as currently we are living in this era of exploding the new AI technologies every day, having the new AI agents and everything related to that is opening a lot of opportunities. So I will say that applying this newest AI advancement in everything connected with bioinformatics is what is currently the hot topic. Currently, my, let's say, main research work connected with bioinformatics is mainly in processing large texts related to bioinformatics in different aspects. Trying to extract some relationship between different drugs and different diseases, between different genomes, and trying to extract some information from that, and putting this unstructured textual information in some structured form that can be after that processed and used as the data set for building some machine learning models. This is the first area. The second one is connected with processing of electronic health records and trying to extract some information from them and build some models that will predict some diseases and try to figure out how different let's say, drugs are influencing the patients, and all of that leading to some personalized medicine. As the times goes and in the future, the bioinformatics will be present in many areas of our life. Probably the drugs that we are consuming today are built with some let's say, models and some algorithms from bioinformatics. All this genomic sequencing and all this understanding of different disease, how they influence the organism and all other processes in our organism are part of the bioinformatics. Also, there, for example, proteomics, which is exploring how different proteins in our body interact and how these parts are influencing how we feel and how we react on different diseases. All these areas are, let's say, part of bioinformatics, which are already here and we are experiencing every day. Probably the bioinformatics currently is one of the most vibrant, let's say, fields, which has a promise to change the many, let's say, one of the main areas that the people in general are concerned. Probably our health is something that we are concerned a lot, and having that in mind, people usually are willing to spend money in that area. And when you have people which are willing to spend some money somewhere, then you have business there. So when you have some health issue, then that is we are willing to spend a lot of money. So this is opening and large, let's say, field where the bioinformatics can be applied. And also something which is also important is that as the population is aging, the older people has more need for different treatments. So also that is the area where the informatics can jump in and make some really, let's say, profitable businesses. From that position regarding the gaps, probably, let's say, first of all, the current technology that we have in bioinformatics are, let's say, it is in use and we see the fruits of all these technologies. But what currently is happening in the area of machine learning and AI is probably opening a lot of new opportunities there. So probably this area of personalized medicine is something which is a huge opportunity, a huge gap in the market, especially creating a personal medicine which is affordable for ordinary people. So currently there are, let's say, some personalized medicine treatment which are quite effective, but bringing that to the level in which everyone can afford that is probably where the biggest gap is. And as currently we are living in this era of exploding the new AI technologies every day, having the new AI agents and everything related to that is opening a lot of opportunities. So I will say that applying this newest AI advancement in everything connected with bioinformatics is what is currently the hot topic out there. Okay, first of all, these new projects and everything related with financing, the research is something very, very useful. And to be honest, here I will try to, let's say, to bring that a new perspective, because I have also position at Boston University and I know how the things are going there. Unfortunately, Europe is lagging behind that. Somehow Europe became the place with a lot of bureaucracy, and this is stopping the real, let's say, innovations here. So, for example, you have this GDPR where it's really, really hard to get some personal data and put that data to work in some research and build some business on top of that. In contrast, in US and China, all this is much, 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 much more easier. And from that perspective, something needs to be done. So depending on different countries, maybe starting with Macedonia, we need to somehow loosen this regulation and give opportunity for startups to start doing things. And after that, when we have some results, then we can think about regulating that. Europe somehow become too bureaucratic, and that is what is happening currently on our, because Macedonia is part of that. So we have our law for personal information is quite similar with GDPR. So we are not in good position in that. So somehow these projects need to first the regulation need to come down, and after that, when you bring money to that position, you will have much more result in this area. Yeah, there are. So my point was not that they are not, but the point is that because you pay some money, in order to have impact and to have the result, the money are not enough sometimes, especially in this field, especially in medical domain. For example, because in order to advance in the area, you will need personalized data. So you will need my DNA, your DNA, and you want to build something on top of that. If you don't have that, then it is quite challenging. So you can do that, but you need to spend a lot of time in anonymizing the data, and then from this founding, for example, 20, 30, 50% of the data, of the money you will spend for anonymizing the data, and then at the end you are with the half of the money from which the startups in US have, or China, where these regulations are, let's say, put down. So that's my point. Yes, the monies are available, but we need to find the best use of this money, giving opportunity for innovation and for research to do the job, and after that, regulating the field. This requires synergy between startups and universities, because at university you have this freedom that you can, let's say, research whatever you think it is currently interesting or promising. In startups, if you want to do something which is risky, you're burning money, and then you need to be quite careful. At universities, we have a much bigger, let's say, freedom for that. And this synergy between startups and universities is something which is really important. From the other side, the startups are much faster. They're always thinking about how to apply that, how to create a product that someone will be willing to buy and pay for that. Universities are not good for that. So this synergy is something which is the right thing. My opinion is this personalized medicine. So I think that and also automation in this field. So probably, for example, currently there are some research in which these large language models are used to diagnose something and to give some advice to patients. And some of the best models are better from the average physician, or better from the average doctor. So, but currently we cannot use them because it is not against these ethical norms, etc. But the experiments that they have done, for example, about percentages around something. For example, the precision of these large language models was something about 80%, and the average physician is something like 65% in diagnosis of some disease. So the point is that this is huge advancement in which we will feel in the next. It will be around. Probably we will have some regulations, some ethical norms that we will need to do, but nevertheless this is happening. And we will have from one side the personalized medicine for everyone. From other side, there will be automation of that. So now this currently, for example, this trend of AI agents, in which you have agent which is some AI thing which is thinking, taking actions, giving you some advice. That probably in 2, 3, 5 years will be something that all of us will be used to, and we will before going to doctor we will consult that. So as we currently do, so we will write to ChatGPT. I have this kind of symptoms what I need to do, and usually that's quite good diagnosis. The health issues and the aging population is something which is happening around the world, and bioinformatics is here to solve quite efficiently all these challenges. The life expectancy is increasing all the time, so we will have more people which are older ones, but with money, and they will willing to pay to extend their life. So probably both of them. Usually we are quite happy when we earn money and help people. So that's the best thing that we can do, and bioinformatics can do that. But we need, because in that area it's quite challenging. So because when we have currently this problem with big pharma, this negative sentiment around them, and probably the startups need to put some rules at the beginning that they will stay, they will not be willing to increase the profits about some margin, and keep the money, invest in that, and do the best for humanity, but also let's say have some quite good profit in order to have good life. So if you don't have a good profit from other side, then you are not investing, you are not willing to put your all effort to sacrifice your everyday life, your leisure in the life to do that. So there need to be some balance, but there are a lot of opportunities, and I think there are quite a good examples when there are the synergy between doing good for humanity and having money in that process is something which is possible. That's a good point, but the real question here is not you probably will make a lot of profit. So the question here is, and this ethical dilemma is what for you use this money. You can have all the luxuries in the life, and then that will be fraction probably of the money that you will earn. The point is that if you dedicate this profit in further research, in bringing back the community and helping some let's say more poor people to also share the drug, the medicine with them, probably that will make the process, the whole story more, let's say, nice, and you will be more happy. At least I'm talking about how I will react in that situation.